Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Kyle and I make reactions to movies and TV shows. We are catching up with Cole and Cassie. They are in 1944. I kind of think that this episode is going to be how do we get them back to either 2017 or back to the actual future, so 2044 I think it is now. It was 2043 or is it 2045? Oh, there are so many dates in this movie this TV show that I have to keep up with. I'm thinking that's where the story is going to go. I want to know if, maybe not how, but if Cole and Cassie are going to mend their friendship and become best buds again. What are these primary people? And why is killing them so important? Was that like kind of explained and I just didn't get it? Did it go over my head? Let's get into it. As always, if you want to show support for the channel, please don't forget to like and comment. And if you want to see the full version, it is in the description down below. Let's get to time travel. I want to know how the flowers that they spread over the guy are connected, because that's what that one weird dude did.
Katerina Jones.
You spared Mr. Deacon's life yesterday. We need your help.
Well, why didn't you say so?
That's what I thought.
What do you need me to do? You could tie a wire around my one nut.
Mr. Cole is in jeopardy.
What did you do now?
They're both stuck in the past.
And you got to go back
Their
and get
tethers
him.
were broken.
You trust me now?
I trust your relationship with Mr. Cole enough to know that you will help him. I know the 12 monkeys are there as well. I no doubt have something to do with a massive temporal disturbance. Mr. Ramse, you can find them. You can save their lives. And you can bring them back home.
Can he stop the paradox from happening?
I will guarantee your freedom.
Okay.
You'll be free to walk out of here with your son.
How do all three of us get back here?
Jones is working on that.
Didn't Rayleigh stab him with something in episode 1?
You want me to place a classified ad in the paper?
Do it every day and we'll find it.
That's gonna help you snatch us back home, right?
Yeah.
That was not convincing.
Still not convincing. You're afraid about what I saw out there. You have any answers as to why that's happening? 1944, here I come.
The target is the Mission Cross Mental Asylum.
So he's going back before Cole and Cassie initially went back, right? Or is he going to end up like way farther back than he should? Or, okay, so, I mean, they did not just kill him, right? I was wondering how they were going to deal with that. If they send him back in time to before the events that we saw in the last episode with Cassie and Cole, like, you know, are they going to just rewrite that entire episode because now he's there? Or are they going to find some weird time way around it? Like they sent him too far back and they have to pull him back before he actually interferes with the events of 1944. Or are they going to send him too late? Like things have already happened. But the car accident makes sense. That's a nice way for them to kind of worm their way around that. Because if he is in the hospital the entire time that the events of the last episode are happening, then he can kind of just show up at the tail end after Cassie and Cole got knocked out. And it means that he was there the entire time, which is really cool. But yeah, because they don't like changing time too much. I've said it in a previous reaction that this show has demonstrated that time can change, but they are very cautious about doing it. And I really like that they're so cautious about doing it, because there are some TV shows, Supernatural, that will just rewrite entire arcs to explain away the current story. And they have the opportunity to do that in the show because they're messing around with time, but they have been very, very careful as to what bits they are actually willing to change. So it's like the entire world being destroyed right now, except for this one tiny little spot.
We can take off the masks. No virus did this.
What did?
Time, Mr. Whitley. Pockets of unstable time. Deadly. Expanding. It will consume the world in a matter of months. We'll all
Okay.
end up like these men, ravaged by time.
So it's spreading out from the facility.
Einstein, Hawking, Gödel. In all their theories about time and causality, they never spoke of anything like this.
Daughters. Maybe they know what's happening.
Oh, she's back. Okay, so this isn't so much related to what we just saw. It was more about what they were saying. I have noticed that season 2 has been much more focused on time, and we've kind of stepped back from talking about the virus too much. Like, they still mention the virus, but season 1 was very much focused on like epidemiology and making sure that the virus didn't get out. Whereas season 2 has been much more focused on time travel, although we are only 4 episodes in. In season 2, episode 1, the very first episode, they had the virus in there and they were kind of focused on epidemiology. But I do hope that we get back to that, because one of the things that really drew me into the show in season 1, and maybe it's just because of current events, was the idea of this virus getting out and what the world would look like in the midst of a breakout. I really loved the episode where Cole was in 2017 and the virus had been released. So yeah, this season has just been much more focused on time itself, and the past season was much more focused on the virus. Just an observation that I've noticed. It's still a really good season so far. I can't believe they sent them back to 1944 and had absolutely no mention of World War II.
The Emerson has a strict dress code.
It's all right.
What's your name?
Handsome. His name is Handsome.
Jose.
You're one lucky man. Not many people get hit by a car and live to tell the tale.
What's today's date?
Friday, September 1st. Hold on, Buster. Where do you think you're going? You
Is it
have to stay
1944?
in bed.
For him?
You'll have plenty of time to recover.
Mr. Cole? Yes. Telephone?
Oh, this is so cool. So screw it. This blows my theory out of the water, doesn't it?
Nothing.
Mr. Ramsey, you cannot use this phone. It's for nurses only.
The events were overlapping.
You need to rest up for your surgery, Mr. Ramsey.
What the fuck? What kind of nurse are you? You just knock someone out because you don't like what they're doing? Well, patient rights apparently didn't exist in 1944.
I need to see her.
Turtle.
Fräulein Jones. Strange things are afoot at the Circle K.
What?
I'm not sure why I'm here, other than the fact that Mr. Cole...
Order us.
Mr. Cole. Do you know what caused these anomalies out there? Cause or effect. Chicken, egg, beginning, ends. The monkeys made it. But the who is not important. Colony of ants, all in a line. But one ant only knows of 3. The one in front, the one behind, and itself. It steps out of line. Then it sees everything. You don't know how it works.
She's
But I
saying
can show you.
she's saying there's more than past, present, and future.
What's that? This is an answer. I don't have the time to break on through to the other side with you today.
All right, so where are Cole and Cassie now? Have they gone to the party? Oh, they're going to the party. Okay.
She's with Crawford.
Messengers made a mistake. They killed the wrong Crawford. Tommy and his father have the same name. Where is he now?
Mission Cross Mental Asylum.
How do these primary people see the future?
The Traveler.
He's still here.
Be here.
You're pretty strong for a little thing. I'm looking for James Cole. Where is he?
The plan does not alter.
Well, seemingly it does.
Some of the others got killed. Stop.
I think he's just playing an act. He
So that
didn't.
you can save your son. My cycle ends here.
The witness asked me personally to go.
Lies. The witness does not ask.
Quick beat. I am like 90% certain now that this witness dude is not a person, that it's a book or something that they are like. I think it's just a book. I think it's something that's written down, because she said the witness does not ask. And if it's something that's already like pre-written, like predestined stuff, then it would make sense that the witness can't ask, because it's just stuff that's there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this witness is not actually a person. It's a book. So if that is the case, then who would have written it? Are they doing like a thing where, like, at the end of this, James is going to write down an entire list of events that happened that led to what the end was? I'm getting way ahead of myself here. Continue.
I found them. They're on the second floor.
Either way, his existence has to prove that the witness isn't always right.
Shit! This is the most important information we could possibly receive. What more reason do you need to check? Huh? And keep checking it until you find it! The very fabric of our existence is unraveled.
Oh, this is so good.
Nothing! You changed nothing!
See, this is what I mean. They are very careful about actually changing time. All right, so we're caught up. This is where the last episode left off. They're gonna get taken into custody, and Ramsey's gonna help him escape.
Knock him out, he's not gonna tell you anything.
Something's wrong. We should have splintered by now.
You should have splintered. What does that mean?
Why are they not in jail?
Look, the reason we brought you here is we're in a huge shitstorm because of you two.
Oh.
Let's have it, honey.
I'm honey. She's baby cakes.
You got tangled up with the wrong guy. It happens, but he's put you in a situation here.
This ain't gonna work on her.
We got your picture at the party. Lab boys worked overtime on that. Truth is, locking you up would be easy. But I don't think this is about the war.
NYPD, open up!
This is gonna hurt. Yep.
Ramsey,
How are you here?
Get me out of these.
Joe sent me. Something wrong with the tether.
The paradox.
Let's go home, guys.
Not yet. We need to find the woman who killed Crawford's son.
Cole, it's over. We gotta get back to 2044.
Give her an exact time, specific location. She then reads it in 2044.
I understand why they can't do what they did in episode 1.
It's her plan, not mine, brother.
What's in this for you?
Just the pure pleasure of saving your life.
So now you're saving people.
All right. We're not leaving until we figure out what the 12 monkeys are doing.
She's got a severe attitude problem. But she's right this time.
Where the hell are you going?
To place
You
the
wanna
ad.
get home? I gotta place an ad.
I don't know if I like this, Cassie.
He's just starting to like it here.
Her actions don't seem to be motivated by, like, what she was motivated by before.
Why are you being such an asshole?
It's so weird to hear him speak like that.
You're trying to be right, so let's try this instead. Just shut up and listen. Open your mind.
I see why she fell for
Time
him.
is cruel.
He compliments her.
Because of that, you don't know me.
If you want to partake.
Good. Get this out in the open. Whatever, like, just move past it somehow.
I get it. I'm alive because of him.
There's kind of like two things happening here. I feel like season 2 is fighting with season 1 in a little bit of a way. Season 2 is trying to be a little bit more lighthearted and less serious. And I think that's because maybe the writers realized that they pushed Ramse's character just a bit too far over to the dark side. It's really hard to forget that he is technically responsible for helping the 12 monkeys unleash a virus that killed 7 billion people. He's trying to undo it. Kudos for that. But if you kill just even one person, you don't really get a whole lot of credit for trying to undo it, even if you didn't put the knife in them yourself. So there is like this really heavy element of season 1 tied to the Ramses character. And then there's also the element of season 2 where they're trying to rehabilitate him. And because the actor is so very, very good at being charming, it's freaking working on me, okay? It is. You've probably realized that. But Cassie is a very obvious but element of that conflict. I think her character is very justified and right in distrusting him, but the story and the writing keeps insisting time and time again that he is okay now and that we should be rooting for him. So I think that's where that conflict is happening, and it's making Cassie come off as petulant. So I'm hoping that they're going to resolve it. Because if Cassie can move past it, yes, I think it is a deviation for her character, because like I said, the Cassie, even the Cole of season 1 was much, much more serious. Like the whole weight of the world was on them. And I did say that I noticed it right away in episode 3, that there was a little bit more of a comedic element. And I think that's kind of bleeding into this episode too. So yeah, if Cassie can move past it, even though it's a deviation for her character, I think it will allow her character to regain just her footing. She seems like she seems like she's just been knocked off her footing. Cole too, I think is, you know, I like that Cole is being less like kill everyone, but I would definitely like to see some of that seriousness regained.
I could say one thing with absolute certainty. James Cole is loyal to a fault. He beats himself up for what he turned you into, and you want to hate him for it. Forgive him like he did me, like he would for you.
Did you go by yourself? Cole, why would you go by yourself?
Wait, I don't think you killed the Crawfords. And you had a
Okay.
chance to take me out before you didn't. James Cole, that's your name?
Right there.
My guy had evidence. And your friend from the motel, Ramsey? Doctors here have a lot of questions about his medical condition. Where the hell are you from, Cole?
Well, I could answer that.
But I don't think
Say it
you're
out
ready.
loud, you'll think I'm crazy. We don't have time for that. I think you're a guy who wants to do the right thing. There was a woman brought in here today. Let me talk to her.
You thought you saw the last of him, didn't you?
They never imagined I'd survive the paradox, but I spent my whole life preparing to die in 1944.
Why did you kill the Crawfords?
You won't understand. Crawford was primary.
Why paradox him?
They want to stop time?
I cannot kill James Cole. The witness has spoken.
Put me in a room with this witness for 2 seconds. Just put me in a room with them so I can beat the living crap out of them.
The world is ending out there. I need an answer. Something.
You about to trip some balls, lady. But hey, if the world is ending, why not get a little high, right? Armageddon never comes for me. I'm going straight for the drug cabinet. Literally going out on a high note.
Where are we? Not where. When? This is the day we woke up. And that smart little monkey wasn't just a monkey anymore. That's not how it works. It didn't happen just in one day. And what happens to time? Given time. Time is older than man and infinite. We help it think. And some of us more than others.
So time and humans became linked.
Now if someone were to destroy us, gears break. Time stops working. No past, no present, no future, only now. An infinite now.
I like this. I have things to say. I'll remember them for the end. This is pretty freaking cool. I like the idea that time and consciousness could be somehow intertangled. Just because consciousness is so... It's so weird, isn't it? It's just so weird to think about consciousness. I'm experiencing the world through my eyes. Yes, technically. But to my own self, I can't experience anything except what I experience. I have to assume that you are real and that the rest of the world is not just some figment of my imagination. And I think dreams play a heavy, deciding factor in this. I once had a conversation with someone where it was like, what if dreams weren't just a few minutes a night? And what if they had continuity to them? Then would they just be another form of reality? Because it's very clear that our brain is capable, if it so chooses, of creating its own reality. Everything that we see is technically a creation of the inputs that we get from the rest of the world, assuming that the world exists and our brain isn't just making it up. So given that there are so many questions around consciousness, I like that the show then kind of says, well, what if consciousness and humans and time are interlinked somehow? Because we don't know how human beings experience time either. I mean, consciousness seems to be interwoven with time. When you think about it, we experience moment to moment to moment. Is that our consciousness experiencing moment to moment to moment, or does time really... You know what? This is just a mindfuck question. I am not going down this hole. All I can say is I like that the show asks the question.
I'm not sure there's anything I can say to convince my bosses you two didn't kill all those people.
That's all right. I'll take the
Doesn't
rap
matter.
for it.
I want to help.
Maybe. One day.
I have a feeling he's going to come back in a later episode.
You're gonna want to see this.
Oh, they're just going to pop out right in front of him. Ooh.
Yeah, you won't forget it.
I don't know what I would do.
H.G. Wells. Holy shit.
I'm pretty sure I would spend the rest of my life trying to figure out what the heck is happening, though. I think he's going to be coming back in 2015 or 2017 and being like, hey guys, remember me?
Jones, we know what the 12 monkeys are doing.
They're trying to destroy time. They're destroying these primaries like critical points in a structure, bringing it to a collapse. There is nothing in the world of scientific theory to support this. There is no way of knowing how many primaries must be destroyed to collapse time. The Red Forest? A temporal hell on Earth.
So they don't even realize what they're doing is horrible.
What are we gonna do now?
Tell them?
I'm pretty sure your part in this is over.
I don't think you have any say in that, darling.
Mr. Ramsey helped us today.
Thank you.
Don't.
You know what? You can go live in hell for all I care. Shut
The
up.
damage that he could...
I was desperate to save your life, Dr. Ailey. I didn't want to go back
Cole.
in the first place.
Come on, Cole. Step in. I'm so cool right now. Just this needs to stop.
Enough! Look outside. They already won. We need to come together. We need to figure a way to track them down.
But there's no way to tell where or when.
We find a way. We need to bury the past. It's the only way to save the future.
Is this the creepy guy?
It is time, my son.
Oh, so this is why he obsessed with flowers.
That the witness has spoken.
You know what? Ugh, God, I really wish you had just died in 44. 30 years and you still didn't learn a thing. Wow.
I'm ready. Please, I need them to stop, okay? Please.
Is this a mental
Okay,
hospital?
what's your name?
It's an interesting callback. Something tells me that he's not going anywhere anytime soon. Alright, and that was my reaction to 12 Monkeys Season 2, Episode 4, Emergence. There was a lot happening in that episode, and I really liked it. I think we got a huge number of jump forwards in terms of just what is going on in the show. We learned who the primaries are. They are people who have evolved alongside or to become interwoven in time, so that if you create a paradox when you kill them, apparently it hurts time. Right? Like, it has to be a paradox. It can't just be them dying, because Jennifer is aging, so she's clearly not immortal. So she's going to die, which means that, like, death must not hurt them. It must be that you specifically need to create a paradox when you kill them. Otherwise, I don't think that the messengers would have went through all the trouble of using their own bones to create a paradox when they killed him. Crawford dude. I like the callback. That you can, use a part of someone to come in contact with someone else. It's a callback to when Cole had to use his younger person's blood to create a paradox in himself to save himself. It's actually interesting then to ask, is Cole primary, or was he primary? Are all of the travelers primaries? Is that maybe like something they could do then, if they could create more primaries, if the travelers were primaries? That would be really cool to kind of like offset what the messengers are doing. I remember when they originally sent the messengers back, I was so wrong. I thought they were just like sending them back to some primordial time where they would start humanity. God, that theory was really, really wrong. I said what I said about Cassie and Ramsey's interactions. I'm hoping now that Cole kind of had his little moment that they're gonna move past it, because like I said, I understand where Cassie and now even a little bit Dr. Jones are coming from. There is a serious element to what Ramsey did. Ramsey did. But this show cannot have its cake and eat it too. If it wants to stick to the really heavy seriousness of season 1, then it is going to have to stop writing Ramsey to be kind of like a central element, because Cole and Cassie and Dr. Jones of season 1 would not move past what Ramsey did so quickly. They gave us that line of, well, Cole is very loyal, but Cole would have killed Ramsey. Like, season 1, episode 2, or episode 1 through like season 1, Cole would have killed Ramsey. So I hope that they've moved past it now, and that Cassie and Dr. Jones can just accept Ramsey, because I'm ready to accept him. I am ready to accept him as a good guy again. So I'm hoping now that I've said that, they'll probably do something so bad. But yeah, I was interested in why they kind of, I guess maybe they were retconning something a little bit, because in episode 1 of season 2, Cassie injected Ramsey with something to tether him so that they could pull him back along with her. I'm not entirely sure why they couldn't do the same thing with Cole and Cassie in this episode. I'm guessing, this is just a guess, that they are going to do something in a future episode, and they were like, we can't have this ability to just bring someone back whenever we want, whenever their tether breaks again, especially if they continue to kill primaries. They're probably going to want some kind of like, we can't, this is, if this continues to happen, if these guys continue to be around primaries that die in this way, their tether is just going to get broken all over again. I am interested, or I am hopeful that they'll get back to 2017, and like I said, the more epidemiological aspect of the story. I really liked that. Time is a complicated subject, and I'm not going to try and wrap my brain around it. Viruses are easy to understand. They infect people and people die. Time is so very not so simple. I liked the episode though. Damn, Ramse, he's just so freaking charming. Okay, so if you like, go ahead and leave a comment down below, show support for the channel, and the full version is in the description. I will see you guys next time. Bye.